Hayom Yom Chavdal Kislev and Erev Chanukah. So the Rebbe begins Hemshech, that today's Hayom Yom entry is a direct continuation from yesterday's Hayom Yom entry, which is taken from a Sikha of the Rebbe Maharash, which he said in Elul in the year 1875 during the Sheva Brachos of the Rebbe Rashab. And in very short, what he said in yesterday's Hayom Yom is that the Shabbos process already begins on Wednesday, and where we allude to this and where we say this is in Wednesday by Shacharis. So by Wednesday Shir Shal Yom, so right at the end, we say the first three verses of Psalm 95, the first three psukim of Kapitel Tzadikeh, which begins with the words L'chu Neranena. And the first three psukim of L'chu Neranena are called the L'chu Neranena Katan, the small L'chu Neranena, the mini version of L'chu Neranena, because on Shabbos, by Friday night, the first prayer on Shabbos, we say the entire Tzadikeh, we say the entire L'chu Neranena prayer. And in today's Hayom Yom, he's going to explain what is the message of these three psukim. What are they trying to say? What are they telling us? What is the meaning? So he says, Bir Gimel HaPsukim L'chu Neranena Al Pimida Memutzas Midas Kol Adam. So he says the meaning and the interpretation and the message of these three psukim, what they're trying to communicate to us, what they're saying. And he says, I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to explain it to you in a way that the average person can understand, and I'm going to explain to you in the standard way, because every concept and every idea in Torah and Chassidus could be understood in a very childish way, in a very superficial way, or you could understand things deeper and deeper and deeper, and everything has infinite depth. But he's going to explain to us the message of the three psukim that we read on Wednesday in a standard way that the average person is capable of understanding, that all of us are capable of understanding. So he says the meaning is as follows: Mitzvach as men hoiptan trachten vuvet menemen Shabbos. He says Wednesday is getting closer and closer to Shabbos, and you know you have to prepare, and Shabbos is around the corner. So he says a person gets to thinking, how am I going to have a normal Shabbos? How am I going to have a powerful, beautiful Shabbos? Hein b'pashtus und hein mis was mes ben Shabbosim. So he says, very practically and physically, how am I going to put food on the table? How am I going to have good food to eat and nice drinks and be able to have a lot of guests and have a beautiful just experience physically and a great meal and everything? Because, for a lot of people, Shabbos is a little bit tight on the budget, and it puts a big strain on the finances, and people are not sure exactly how they're going to make it work, how they're going to cough up that kind of money. And he says, secondly, though, more importantly, is that for us Jews and for us Hasidim, Shabbos is not just a nice day where we have a nice meal, we don't use technology, and there's some family time. So that all is nice and cute. But anyone with their finger on the pulse, Shabbos is an extremely, extremely special and powerful and spiritually sensitive time. And if you're with the program a little bit, you know that Shabbos is a time where you're able to feel a lot more connected. You are a lot more connected to Hashem, and you're able to capitalize on that, and your Judaism gets a little bit of a boost, and you're able to daven like in a whole new way, and you're able to learn in a much more powerful way than usual, and daven in a much more powerful way than usual, and you're able to connect with Hashem in a much deeper, more powerful, more meaningful way than usual. You're able to feel Hashem's presence and sense Hashem and live with Yiddishkeit a lot more on Shabbos. So a person is thinking, how am I going to experience Shabbos? I'm in such a non-inspired headspace. I'm not really with the program. I don't feel like I'm on track to be able to experience Shabbos. And Yeder Yid is Dach Shabbos Gar Anander. Every Jew knows that Shabbos has to be different and special and unique and stand out. And every Jew knows that they're capable of feeling different. And a Jew is different on Shabbos. So he says, Verit Marash Charedic. So when you're thinking about this, the average person will become Marash Charedic, will become sad and depressed and despondent, because the average person, unfortunately, is not really acting responsibly, is not maintaining the right emotional and mental sensitivity to be able to really live with and experience Shabbos when it comes. People are not on track and are not taking the right steps and setting themselves up for success to be able to really live and experience a deep, powerful, meaningful Yiddish Shabbos. So therefore, you become a little sad that, indeed, life sucks. I'm not going to be able to experience Shabbos. Is the Eitzah L'chu Neranena B'tachin. And a person is thinking this on Wednesday, and then on Wednesday, you read the Shir Shal Yom and you read L'chu Neranena, which means let us sing to Hashem, let us call out to Hashem, let us call to Hashem in song, let us believe in Hashem, let us trust in Hashem, let's place our trust in Hashem. You say, you know what? Hashem runs the world, Hashem controls the way I feel, He controls my headspace. Tomorrow, I could wake up in a totally different mood, and there's 3 days left, there's 3 days to go, anything can happen, everything's going to come together, everything's going to fall in place, I believe in Hashem, life's going to be good, we're going to have a great Shabbos, it's going to be incredible and amazing and beautiful. He says though, when es kommt Donnerstag, es wird nennt zu Shabbos. He says the next day, you wake up the next morning, it's Thursday, it's getting closer and closer to Shabbos, when this is noch altnita, and nothing's changed, you're still in the same predicament, you're still not really in the right headspace, and now the clock is ticking, the time is almost up, Shabbos is coming, and you haven't changed, you haven't done anything different, and you're completely not ready and in the right frame of mind, you're not in the right place emotionally and mentally, and you're up against the wall. Is Yemalt niranet sich net. He says then it's not so easy to sing. Singing doesn't come naturally. Faith doesn't come naturally. It's a lot harder to just put up your hands and say, yeah, Hashem will take care of it, because when you have that cushion of 3 days, it's easy to feel like there's enough time, things could change, things will come together, everything will fall into place. When you're up against the wall, when Shabbos is upon you, you can no longer just be responsible and throw up your hands. And for Shteit is Medarf Epistan. A person realizes in that moment that we have to take our life into our own hands. We have to take action. We have to fix the situation. We have to do something. He says, Mezitz Donnerstag Nacht und Melent Chassidus. He says, Thursday night, right around the corner from Shabbos, the night before Shabbos, a person decides, you know what, I'm not in the mood. It's not easy, but I'm going to show up. I'm going to take some real steps. I'm going to do things to get inspired, to get in the right mood, to get in the right headspace. Therefore, a person takes a Sefer Chassidus and a person sits down Thursday nights and learns Chassidus, either for a couple of minutes, or for an hour, or 2 hours, or the entire night. You sit and learn Chassidus, and Chassidim always made a point of studying Thursday night for this reason. And he says, Yemolt is Freitag the Hartman ki Kel Gadol Melech Gadol Gamer or Midem Shabbos Deyid. He says, then after learning Thursday night Chassidus, after spending hours studying Chassidus, then it comes Friday morning, and suddenly you wake up to a whole new reality. And you're a lot more tuned into Yiddishkeit, you're a lot more tuned into Hashem's reality, you're a lot more aware and sensitive to Hashem and to Yiddishkeit and to Torah and to that whole reality. And on Friday morning, comes Friday, you're aware of Hashem's presence, you're aware of Hashem's reality, you're sensitive to Hashem, and you feel Hashem is awesome. Hashem is a great God, Hashem is a great King. And when you're in that mindset, when you're in that spirit, when you're in that headspace, Shabbos day, you're able to then really experience Shabbos like a Jew, you're able to experience Shabbos like a Yid, like a Chassid. And just those two terms, Kel Gadol, Melech Gadol, is from the last pasuk of the 3 psukim of the Chonur. It's from the 3rd pasuk of the Chonur, which is the last pasuk that we read on Shir Shel Yom of Wednesday. So essentially what it seems like is that the first 3 psukim of the Chonur kind of corresponds to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The first pasuk L'chon Rana about singing to Hashem and putting our trust in Hashem is basically what a Jew does on Wednesday. Then Thursday's pasuk, the second pasuk, which doesn't mention singing and it doesn't mention this awareness of Hashem, of feeling like God is awesome, God's a great God, God is a great King. So that corresponds to Thursday, when a person's a little bit despondent and with no hope. It's before they've done anything, but they've kind of given up faith. And then the 3rd pasuk, which contains both these terms, Hashem is awesome, Hashem is a great God, Hashem is a great King, that corresponds to the feeling a Jew has on Friday. And that is the main chunk of Yom Yom. And then he just concludes with one law, that b'mincha ein emrim tachnun. That today, Chav Daled Kislev, by mincha, we don't say tachnun, because Chav Daled Kislev is Erev Chanukah, and Chav Hei Kislev is the first day of Chanukah, and on Chanukah we don't say tachnun. And always on Erev Yom Tif, when you don't say tachnun on the Yom Tif, so Erev Yom Tif, you don't say tachnun either by mincha. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.